Hello and welcome to Startups in Real Life. We are in week 9 of a 10-week, 2 times a week series with Ray Hames to talk about all things startup. If you have any insights or support, we'd love to hear it. Drop us a message. We'd love to connect. So let's get to it. Today, we are going to share what we have been working on for the past few months as we've been talking with all of you, the early days of our product. Over the coming weeks, we will be starting our closed beta with a handful of customers, rolling out additional features as we go, and getting feedback from those customers. Ray, would you like to tee it up?
Yeah, definitely. It's a very exciting day. It's a Friday, so it's a special Startups IRL time and date. It's casual Friday over here. Got some sweatshirts going on. And I'm really excited to be able to share this kind of early view into our demo. So as we've talked about before, who we're building these tools for are any hiring manager or any department leader that is regularly managing freelance teams of between 5 and 50 freelancers. We know that the world is rapidly moving towards a more flexible approach to work. And the best talent, especially in the marketing space, is continuing to go freelance. And so we want to build software that helps brands and agencies manage a more flexible workforce without having to rely on freelance marketplaces, without having to rely on expensive recruiting agencies, and being able to more nimbly manage their existing freelance roster. So to that point, what you're going to see today is an early demo of the tools that we've built that have known impact on kind of the key pain points that we know affect these hiring managers and team leads. Point one, wrangling a freelance roster in the first place. Nearly every creative director I've ever worked with just has people on their cell that they're texting. Beyond that, an agency may have a spreadsheet of freelancers. A larger scale brand may have something, a database stored somewhere, but they don't have a great way to build truly dynamic project teams based on simple factors, timelines, budgets, skill set needs, but also more specific variables like team diversity and personal hobbies and interests. I think that there's so much need for that type of intelligence behind building flexible teams to get everybody in the digital room that can all start from a shared point of understanding. Secondarily, it's a huge time suck for anybody that's managing freelance and full-time teams to build project budgets and timelines that align with everybody coming in at the right time on the right budget. It's a Gantt chart exercise every single time. And so we've really tried to simplify that process with tools that help build the right team to meet those key criteria. And lastly, the other major pain point that we know it can take hours and hours a week is managing your scope burn. And so knowing how much time your freelance team is spending week to week, currently that's done through having to contact your finance team, having to ask for timesheet submissions over and over, having to validate those with their team managers, and then going back to the original contracts and saying, are they over or under budget? And we're eliminating all of that clutter with these tools. And so, Diana, I think it's time to show the world how it works and get into some of these existing tools that we've started to create that, again, will hopefully simplify how companies build and manage freelance teams.
And that is great. A little drum roll and a big thank you to our engineering team, our design team. Shout out to the team in India and in Florida, where else? Pennsylvania. Yes. They're all over the place, and it's just so exciting. So, all right, so let's get started. We are going to see how our platform works by taking a look at what our friend Leslie Knope is working on. So Leslie has a big project to clean up a work site and build a park in the city of Pawnee, Indiana. To make that happen, she needs buy-in. She's decided that a new website's going to do the trick. So she's worked with a bunch of people in the past and needs to pull them in all together for this exciting project. So let's help her get jump started on this. The first step that she would do is to go in and upload all of her friends and family. So we can do this in 3 easy steps. She's pulled everybody together that she loves and that she wants to work with. She just makes sure that her fields map to the ones in the platform. Do we want to invite these people into the party? Of course we do. If not, you don't have to. and then boom, those would be imported. Obviously, these 27 are already there. I'm trying to make this fast, so that's why they haven't re-imported as well. So you've got all of her friends right here, and now it's time to jump into Teams. So she's got 3 things she's working on. Planning the park. She's got a town hall meeting where she's got to get approval. But again, that website is going to be the key to it all because she needs that communication really clean and ready to go. So to do that, she started to build a team. And you've got 2 pieces to it. You've got the website and you've got her support team, because who doesn't love having yoga and massage every day and a snack boy? Always an important thing. So we've got, so here's a summary of what's going on with these people. So let's dive into the details, because the details are what matter to ensure that we can get a contract easily written with the least amount of pain. So what you see here is, she hasn't decided her overall budget because she's still doing some planning. But what she has done is put in everything related to most of the people here. So you've got Justin, a few others, what their wage types are, their rates, their talent. You can have a few different types of rates, the quantity, and it goes on, the roles, everything you need for contract creation. If you don't have everyone you want here, you can just add more people. Like we do know that we do, want an additional, potentially 2 senior web designers, because you just never know, what's going to come around the corner. So looks like everything is good enough to get started on some of these agreements. And let's start with IRA. IRA's a good one. And it looks like things have already gotten started there. So again, with just 5 quick areas, we've already started to see that things are dropping in. So she's a web designer. You want to add more details about what her actual work will be, you can do it right here. Making sure the fees and invoices are in place. So we're going to pay her quickly. If there are any additional expenses that she needs, and then this just sums it all up. Most of this is already pre-entered for you based on the work you'd previously done. Looks like we have all the information about IRA, and then boom, we can send it off for signature. While we're waiting for that to happen, we can take a look at some of the needs that we had that hadn't yet been filled. So that's where the benches come in. This is where you're doing some pre-planning to kind of tee up the different people that you think might be appropriate for the team. So let's see what Leslie's done here. So Ira, she's already been placed, so we're good to go there. Burley, Ethel, not sure they're the right people that we want for that senior web designer. So we can do a few things. We can go into the existing talent pool that we've pulled in and decide if there's someone else that we want to work with, and just drop them right in to the bench and then potentially into the team. Or we can post a job. So what we've got here is the ability to put together everything you need to get a good job description going. And then in the future, you'll be able to post this out to your favorite job posting boards. And, depending on how you buy into the platform, you can either post it to LinkedIn, you can post it to one of your favorite networks, wherever you want to go. And then from there, we can just wait and see, as the talent comes in, they're going to drop right into that bench. You're going to start to see additional talent that has come in and where they've come in from. As this is all happening, we've got the dashboard that's giving us an overall look of what we need to do. For example, with Pawnee, we have 1 draft agreement. We have a couple that don't need agreements because these are already employees of the city of Pawnee. And in the town hall meeting approval, we got a lot of work to do there, but we have 1 signature pending. That's for the project manager. And on the park planning, we've already got the digger. We've got, a couple people in play, but we've got signatures that need to go in there as well. We also will see the budget totals, the allocated amounts for the different teams. You see some additional stats on the right here. These are all things that are actionable that you need to do to make sure that everything is in place. Yeah, I think, Ray, that gives us kind of a good overview. Do you want to share some of what's coming that we haven't fully talked about? Wait, I have one more that I do want to share.
Oh, one more.
One more. So in addition to the overview, the details, and the agreement, the piece that's being worked on right now is really understanding your team's ROI. And this will be for customers that decide to hook in some of what they're doing, with maybe potentially some of their campaigns. So, they can just see how the spend that they're doing with their campaigns and with their teams really is paying off. So that's kind of a big thing going on. But for those people that don't choose to hook in, we're going to just give them simple ways to see, again, their spend against their budget and the ability to quickly say, okay, I need to rewrite that agreement, or I need to increase the budget and go back to the boss and make sure that we have more money in play. So I just wanted to share that as well. But Ray, do you want to share some additional things that are coming?
Yeah, well, I think that our measurement capabilities are some of the most exciting pieces that our team is working on now. I think that the next pieces that we'll be folding in as we run this customer beta are going to be around talent sources. So this is a tool to manage your existing freelance workforce. We know that there's a wide open opportunity for tools like this because there are so many talent marketplaces in the space. There's so many different freelance networks out there, but there's nothing that really helps companies more nimbly manage their internal resources. Mm-hmm. And so what we're going to be looking at are exploring different network partnerships, different marketplace integrations, and just as you were saying with the job board, where you can post roles to bring candidates into the fold, just like your typical ATS platform, but for freelancers. And beyond that, we're really going to be reacting to what our customers need and want within this beta. I think that's the whole point of building this early group of users, is to really understand their real usage, really what key components are sticking points for them, and what's going to bring even more value to their day-to-day experience with these tools. Because ultimately, we are trying to shave off time for team managers in how they build and manage teams. Because truly, when it comes to people management, it's a full-time job, and getting, ink on paper, getting the right people into place is just one piece of the puzzle. And that's the piece that we're going to try to make as simple as possible, so that folks can really, again, focus on the work at hand of managing their teams to success, managing project deliverables, and getting everything they need out of their freelance teams.
Great. Very exciting. I changed the banner on the bottom. If anyone's interested, we still have a few more slots. I think we do. You may not, but we're always open to
how many do we want to take on? Yeah.
about others that might have a scenario that we think we haven't covered yet in the closed beta group. So thank you, Ray. We have one more session next week where we'll kind of do a wrap up, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Likewise. Well, have a great weekend, and everybody listening, you as well.